Hi everyone, welcome to JTD Millionaire Realtor Ask Me series.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone, welcome to JTD Millionaire Realtor Ask Me series.
Sorry. Hi everyone. Welcome to
JTD Millionaire Realtor Ask Me series.
Okay, so today we have an inquiry from one of, or rather many of the buyers that we deal with. And
Yes.
one key question that they're always asking is, hey, so do you think it is worth it to buy subsale?
Basically, subsale falls into the category that the unit has not reached the legal completion yet.
Hey, so bro, what is TOP? What is CSC?
TOP means temporary occupation period.
And what is CSC?
Certificate of Statutory Completion.
Okay, so subsale, does it mean that if I'm buying subsale, I cannot see the unit?
Yes, but actually you can only see the floor plan and probably the site map, that's all.
Then what's the advantage of buying subsale?
At least you are nearer to the completion, I guess. You do not need to wait so long. Like those people that probably bought during the new launch, they probably have to wait for 3 to 5 years. But for yourself, your waiting time is definitely shorter. Yeah, probably you have to wait maybe about half a year or 1 year before you can actually move into the unit.
But will I lose money when I buy subsale?
Maybe I will just look to this property, this development, which is very near to Queenstown MRT. This is called Sterling. Okay, so actually you can see from the data, people who actually bought in 2022, they are belonging to the subsale category. They bought at 1,007 per square feet. Today, if you look at the latest transaction, people have already been paying about 2,002 to 2,003 per square feet. So do you think subsale will lose money?
Oh, sounds like we can actually make some good money out of it. And by
Yes.
the way, my client bought that subsale unit
Wow,
at
congratulations.
1,700 PSF.
Wow, he must be a B-tongue now, man. Okay?
Okay, so maybe you're thinking, hey, but how can we actually get such deal, right? Whereby it's actually way below a lot of the transaction. So maybe if you're curious about how we are able to transact such transaction for our buyers so that they are getting an undervalued property, feel free to reach out to us. So today, right, maybe let's zoom into a property which I think is quite worthy to consider. And I think there's still a runway that you will still make money if you want to consider entering now. This property is currently definitely still at the subsale stage. You will not be able to see the actual unit, but that is also where the opportunity is. So let's dive into this property. Okay, and what is this property?
Penrose!
Okay, maybe tell us a little bit more about Penrose.
Okay, Penrose, 5 minutes walk to Aljunied MRT station. It also has a good primary school just within the 1 kilometer radius called Geylang Methodist Primary School. So this is actually a city fringe property. Today is valuated at about 1,009 to 2,000 per square feet. So today, if you were to look probably somewhere in the same region, which is called the city fringe region, people are already paying 2,006 to 2,007 per square feet. So don't you think that this is undervalued?
Tell us a little bit more, how do I make sure that this is not a property that will lose money?
Okay, so usually when we look at properties, we always look at 3 important factors. Number 1 is always all about your entry price, and entry price. To evaluate that, right, you probably have to compare with the nearby resale properties, whether are you paying at a premium. Second thing, we always look at the developer's track record. This developer, do you know who is this developer?
Hong Leong.
Yes, correct. Hong Leong. Okay, Hong Leong is the Band 1 series in Singapore under the BCA regulation. They have very good track record. Properties like New Futura, Whistle Grand by CDL. I mean, in fact, the owners are actually sitting on a very good profit today. It's
Hey bro,
about
what Band 1 series?
Okay, because for all the developer, they will be classified based on the different banding. So if they'll be performing well, let's say the features are all good, they'll fall into the Band 1 category.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
correct. Yeah. So maybe let's say if they're not so good, like certain developers, I'm not going to mention names, they probably fall under the Band 4 or Band 5 category. And number 3, okay, they're sitting on a huge land size. Land size is very important because if you are sitting on a huge land size, which means that you have more units, and more unit means what? The units, in fact, will actually push out the overall prices of the development.
So we have a client who actually asked us, right, an interested party, who said that they quite love this property, but they're a bit concerned about the expressways now. Like they wouldn't want to buy now because they cannot hear how bad is the sound and if they can accept it. So what would you say to this buyer?
What I can actually say to them is that we can actually go down to the actual site. Since it's about 70 to 80% done, we can go down and feel the ground itself. Clients should not wait anymore, because what do you think will happen to the price if it reaches completion, do you think the owner will sell low or do you think they will sell high?
So Victor, we actually have buyers who ask us, right, when the project TOP, there are likely to be more units available for sale because more sellers would have cleared their 3-year seller stamp duty.
That's true. Yeah.
And probably they have more choices and maybe the competition will be steeper and sellers will be more willing to sell cheaper. What's your take on that?
I personally feel that today if a seller can see the actual unit and if this seller is so or simply amazed, mesmerized by the development. So the question is, do you think the seller will actually sell low or do you think they will sell high? Likely the answer would be that they will actually sell higher.
If I'm an investor today, I'm concerned about the rental. What can I expect from the rental?
Okay, so if you were to benchmark based on the project that is just beside it, right? Okay, the rental now for a 3-bedroom, they are actually fetching between $5,500 to $6,000. Yeah, so today if you're the new kid on block, what do you think your rental will be?
Okay, I see. Hey bro, I was just looking at the transaction, right?
Yeah.
The 3-bed owners in Penrose are earning more than $500,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
From the next buyer. So you are really sure that it's worthy to enter subsale?
Yeah. Subsale may not be the only option, but if time is on your side, why don't you be the one that subsale your unit to the future buyers?
If that is the case, right, we do have something in the market today that has almost the same attribute as Penrose, big land, good developer, high rental you expected, and very good floor plans. But that's not the topic for today. If you have interest to know a little bit more, you can hit us up at the contact below. But just one last bonus for you. We're going to just take a look at another possible Penrose. This time round, right, it will be at the other end of the island, which is the west side.
Wow, near to my house.
Yes,
okay,
and
Jurong.
tell us more about this property.
Sure. All right. Okay, so right now we are going to bring you all the way to Clementi Avenue 1. This is actually about 12 minutes walk to Clementi MRT station.
Wow, that's very far, bro. Are
Of
you
course,
sure that this is a good buy?
I should say that it's in close proximity to several schools like Nanhua High and also NUS High. And it's also situated very close to NUS itself. Yeah.
So what's so good about it?
Have you heard of UOL before?
Oh yes, of course, a very big local developer.
Yes, correct. So they are actually in the same league as CDL. And in fact, today, if you look at their precedents or record like Principal Garden, Trivial, okay, you can see that the first owner are really making good money as well.
Okay, so this development, right, as you can see from the site plan, a little similar to Penrose. There is also a facing the expressway. But the positive thing is that they actually place a great setback between the units and the expressway. So they actually place all the facilities in between the units and the expressway. So I think the noise is at least a little more cut off. Okay, I just want to talk about one very interesting floor plate that I find in this Claiborne, and which is the extremely rare 5-bed unit. What do you think about like this kind of floor plan
I
in
feel
the
that it's
market?
very rare. And if you look at Cleveland, right, there's only one particular stack that has all the 5 bedrooms. So I think generally in this area, right, it's belonging to a more mature estate. So people crave for what? They crave for space. So I think it's really a sweet spot. I think the demand will be very strong for the 5
So is it
bedrooms.
worth buying? Because for the price that I'm seeing, which is almost a lot of them are asking more than 3.5 million, I probably can buy a landed.
Okay, pros and cons, because I think ultimately not everybody will want to be in the landed, because if you're talking about landed, there are a few considerations. You have to talk about the rebuilding costs, and sometimes if you have elderly in the family, they may not want to climb up and down the stairs. So I feel that the sweet spot is that you get a 5 bedroom at a single level, which means that if you look at the floor plan, you can actually accommodate a multi-generation family.
So let's discuss a little bit more about the pricing for Claiborne.
Sure. Yeah.
One of the reasons I feel that it's really quite worthy to consider Claiborne is if we were to compare Claiborne, right, with another Clementi project, I shall not name what is it, the PSF difference, right, is easily 200 to 300 PSF. So if you're considering a west property, you want to move in immediately, I think Claiborne could be a possible option that you
definitely.
can look at. And maybe tell us a little bit more in Clementi, right? What is happening next? Very near to this.
Okay, just beside
Claiborne.
it, right? In fact, UOL, okay, this is one of their pricing strategy. They have actually just bought another piece of land just beside Claiborne and Clement Canopy. Estimated break-even price is 2153 per square feet. So if it's based on a 20% break-even, they probably have to sell at 2005 to 2006. Yeah, kind of pricing.
So we also have a client, right, who is actually a Claiborne owner.
Wow.
And actually they are very curious. So you mentioned that the new land is going to be sold likely at at 2005.
Of course,
What's your
yeah.
advice for this Claiborne owner? Should they subsale now or should they wait till like this new launch is up and they can even sell it higher? Wouldn't that be a better idea?
It's not easy to sell high. So if you want to sell high, you have to look for me. Okay, I'm the agent that will transact the highest price for you. On the serious note also, you need to also understand your game plan, know what you are going after next lah.
So today we took a look at, is it worthy to buy subsale? Our conclusion to this question is it really depends at what life stage you're in. If you belong to the group whereby you need something immediate, you like things which are new, and you still want to ensure there's still some runway in the property that you are buying, there are some subsale we love personally. These subsale projects tend to have certain attributes, like for example, they are built by good developers. Number two, the land size is decent. You have a good number of units over there, so that there will always be transaction that will push up your prices. A lot of these projects that we like, they are also at least near a primary school. This will make it easy for you if you need to send your kids to school or for you to offload to the next HDB upgrader. There's still a lot of other subsale projects. I feel they are pretty worthy to enter. So if you're curious about that, hit us up.
So finally, if you're thinking of when is the best time to offload your subsale unit, do contact us and we'll be happy to review your game plan together.
See you for the next series.
See you soon!